Well, the Trump campaign may be struggling in those national polls against Hillary Clinton, but one area where numbers seem to be improving is with the bottom half of the ticket. The new Gallup poll revealing that the favorability rating for Indiana Governor Mike Pence has doubled since the convention, and voters have a higher favorable view of him than Clinton's VP pick, Virginia Senator Tim Kaine. Boris Epshteyn is a senior advisor to the Trump campaign, and Leslie Marshall is a syndicated radio talk show host and a Fox News contributor. Leslie, let's start with you. So what's going on here?
Well, first of all, 3% still within margin of error in that snapshot of the moment poll. But in addition to that, I'm not really surprised. I mean, one, Mike Pence is more charismatic than Tim Kaine. Two, Mike Pence represents what the GOP feel their vision, their values are, more so than their candidate, Donald Trump. And it's almost like the more Trump goes down, the more Pence goes up. And in addition to that, it would seem that Pence sometimes has to be almost an apologist for Donald Trump, and you don't see Kaine having to do that with Hillary.
Well, he has had to take a softer stance on the Captain Khan issue and some other things as well. He endorsed Paul Ryan before Donald Trump did. So maybe voters are then responding to that. Boris?
Let's take a look at each of the candidates. Tim Kaine is somebody who's been a lifelong sellout to special interests. He's taken clothes, he's taken trips, he's taken gifts, just like the Clintons. So he plays into that crooked narrative perfectly that we should be talking today with the pay-to-play scandal. That's Tim Kaine. Also, Tim Kaine, when he came in, he doubled unemployment in Virginia. Pence, when he came in, unemployment was over 8% in Indiana. Now, just 3 years later, it's under 5%.
Boris, those are little detail issues that voters across the country have no knowledge about whatsoever.
Actually, I would say that those are things that you have to compare candidates on the merits, right? So if you look at Tim Kaine, who's a job killer, and Mike Pence, who's a job grower.
You say Tim Kaine, I say harmonica. That's what comes to mind when you say him. I mean, or his Marine son, as he talked about him at the convention. People aren't focused on that. Leslie, what do you think it's about?
Well, I do think it's about this likability, this chemistry, and I do think, honestly, with regard to Pence, that Pence just seems to be more presidential, if you will, than their candidate Donald Trump. So I think they're like,
Kaine. Come on, let's be honest.
You know that people are not voting for a VP, and I think they're very upset with Donald Trump.
Hold on, Leslie, finish that thought.
I feel that Mike Pence is saying what the Republicans want to hear more, again, because he is more of a Republican, even though Donald Trump claims to be. He is not, when he opens his mouth, he is not espousing the vision or the values of the GOP.
I wanted to see if it happened to you. You go out to a dinner party with your wife, and somebody maybe likes your wife a little bit better than you. I'm not saying that you're not. Of course. But I wonder if that's kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, the Epsteins, they're more likable because you have your better half with you.
The Epsteins are always likable. It's always because of my wife. Now, back to this. If you compare the two VP nominees, again, the two VP candidates, Tim Kaine is not likable. Tim Kaine is not a leader. He's someone who's already said that being a VP nominee is like being kidnapped. So he just doesn't enjoy the job, doesn't enjoy being a candidate, where Mike Pence is a proven leader, and that comes off. Now,